Hey everyone, I'm Samantha hosting the REN podcast. On today's podcast, you will learn the 8 most common mistakes agents make regarding time management, as well as the 5 action steps to set up success. And today's guest speaker is Lee Moraitis. He has built and sold successful real estate related companies and currently has a team of 200 real estate agents located in 9 different states. Welcome, Lee. Thanks for joining us today. Well, good. I should. Hey everyone, I'm Samantha Farrow hosting the REN podcast today. And today we have how you will learn the 8 most common mistakes agents make regarding time management, as well as the 5 action steps to set up for success. And today's guest speaker is Lee Moraitis. He has built and sold successful real estate related companies and currently has a team of 200 real estate agents located in 9 different states. Welcome, Lee. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Samantha. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to giving all the pointers today.
Absolutely. We love having you. Well, before I start asking you questions on the importance of time management, let our audience know a little bit about you and your real estate career.
Sure, thanks. So I'm a 25-year mortgage and real estate guy. Uh, I had a software company, transaction management, that I sold to Showing Time in 2016. And now I'm building a successful real estate company, and I just want to keep building it, and I'm looking forward to watching it grow.
Wow, that's very impressive. Thanks for sharing that with us.
Thanks.
Well, we love having you today. And let me ask you few questions about time management.
Sure, fire away.
What would be some advice that you would give our audience on the importance of time management?
Well, first, time management is probably one of the most boring topics, but is really vital to the success for a real estate agent, or really in any business. Really effective time management increases your focus, it improves productivity, and greater focus allows you to really capture bigger opportunities. It also allows you to spend more time on the projects and goals and the people that matter. So really, time management is important in helping you achieve greater focus and prioritization.
Absolutely. Priority is key, especially in daily tasks and having a family and just managing health and everything across the board. Well, what are some common mistakes that you have seen agents make regarding the time management?
Yeah, sure. Number one is failing to keep a to-do list. I mean, that's first and foremost one of the most important things. I make my list before I go to bed every night. I make my list for the following day. And it's great to mark everything off one at a time when you get things done. The second one is not setting personal goals. If you don't have a goal, then there's nothing to really there's nothing to achieve.
Absolutely.
The next is not prioritizing. It's really important to prioritize things. Next is failing to manage distractions. Like right before we got started this interview, I turned off my cell phone. I wanted to make sure there wasn't all the notifications and messages that come through. So that's important. The next one's really important is procrastination. Procrastination is the devil.
I'm awful with that.
It's so easy to procrastinate, and it takes, just keep a focus on that and try not to procrastinate. Next thing is taking on too much. Everyone's busy every day with their families, with everything going on. Don't take on too much. Just micro focus on things that are important. Thrive on busy. So don't make yourself too busy. That's another mistake that you can make. And the last thing is multitasking. Like I do a lot of these Zooms, and I constantly see, the other screens of everyone else, and they're all on their phone when, I'm trying to do a presentation, and then everyone always multitasks too much, and it's really hard you really need to focus.
Wow, those are some good points. Absolutely. I need to implement that in my daily, my daily schedule and time management. Well, I know you have been in the real estate agent or industry for a while now. What would you say has changed over the years with time management?
Well, it used to be easy because, in the old days, they would throw a reverse lookup phone book or something at you and say, go ahead and call and do this and do that. And you didn't have any distractions. this is the worst thing in the world. Whoop, like you can't see is your phone. Phones, social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. It's really turned everyone's brain into mush. I mean, it really has. And I think that turn it off and focus on what you're doing. And that alone will help you with your time management.
It's very distracting. You can be stuck watching reels all day long, and before you know it, 3
Absolutely.
hours goes by.
Absolutely.
Like, where did the morning go? What best practices with time management would you suggest to real estate agents that are listening today?
One simple thing that is my kind of go-to is do not set out of the office meetings in the morning unless it's absolutely necessary. That's the time you focus on getting all of your tasks done, making your calls, doing all those important things, and then the afternoon is when you go out and do things in person.
Very true. I know in the mornings I'm not active. I'm more a night owl. So I like that. I can sit, figure out my morning, get it all planned out, get everything done that needs to be done. Well, what would you say 5 action steps would be that our audience could take away today, so they can implement time management in their schedules?
Okay. Number 1 is make a list of the 20% of the activities that generate 80% of the results and focus on those 20%. You don't want to focus on things that aren't going to make you money or aren't going to, I mean, you really want to micromanage and focus on the things, the income producing items. So that's number 1. Number 2, I would say, really plan on how much time you're going to delegate on each task and then schedule that in your calendar. It's always important just to set a certain amount of time, because if you don't, then you're going to be sucked into a task that's going to take way too long. It's going to throw your whole schedule off. Number 3 is plan the day on your calendar. Always put everything on your calendar. And top producers, we've interviewed a lot of top producers, and all top producers set aside at least 2.5 hours a day for prospecting. Uninterrupted prospecting. So
wow.
That's vitally important to remember. Step 4, let's see, do what you're good at. If you're not good at something, delegate it. If you're not good at creating an ad, I can't tell you how many times I've talked to people and they've spent all day working on some Canva project and they're just not good at Canva, and then the whole day gets away from them. They get frustrated and they end up getting nothing done. I mean, so that's really important, is just whatever you're not good at, outsource to someone else. There's always someone that's an expert at what you're not good at.
That's great advice. I have problems with that because I have control issues. I like getting things done myself.
I used to get so frustrated working on projects, and now immediately I just outsource it. I'll put a message for someone in my team, or I'll go to Fiverr. Or find somebody, post on Facebook and see if there's somebody that can come in and help me with things that I'm not good at.
Right.
You can't be good at everything. That's an important thing to remember. And the last thing is really, you need to break down the key areas of your business to focus on. Operations, sales, marketing, technology, client fulfillment, recruiting, work culture. All those things are vitally important, and it's really important to implement those action steps to really help you with your time management.
Wow, Lee, that was very powerful stuff. You have some great insight and great points, and a lot of awareness of people really looking into what their time management is on a daily schedule. I know a lot of those things do get pushed aside and our priorities do get altered and distracted. So it's very nice having you with us.
It's really one of the most boring subjects, and everyone, I mean, not that many people are good at it, but it really is vital to the success of your business, and really any business.
Right.
But especially real estate agents, you need to focus and you need to really practice strong time management.
It's boring and challenging.
That's true.
I know I try time blocking, but my thing is I get so focused and I dive so deep into something that just switching it to another activity it's very hard for me because I want to finish it before I jump to something else. And that's one of my biggest struggles is working on that.
It's so true.
But well, thank you so much, Lee, for joining us today. And I hope you guys enjoyed our podcast on time management. You can check us out at realestatenexus.io, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Hey, everyone. I'm Samantha Farrow, hosting the REN podcast. And on today's podcast, you'll learn the 8 most common mistakes agents make regarding time management. And you will also learn the 5 action steps to set up for success. And today's guest, we have Lee Moraitis. He has built and sold successful real estate related companies and currently has a team of 200 real estate agents located in 9 different states. Welcome, Lee. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me today. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, before I start asking you questions on the importance of time management, let our audience know a little bit about you and your real estate career.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a 25-year mortgage and real estate guy. I hope that doesn't date myself too much. But I've been in the technology business. I had a real estate transaction management software company that I founded in 2009 and sold that to Showing Time in 2016. And then my wife and I really wanted to build a real estate team, and we have a team of agents, like you said, in 9 states, really all across the country.
Wow, that's really impressive. Hard working. So time management is huge with you.
Super important.
Super important.
Every day is budgeted, and every time is budgeted.
Because you have a family too. You have two daughters?
3 daughters. 3 beautiful daughters and a beautiful wife, and I'm a truly blessed man.
Yes.
I got to make sure I have that work-life balance.
Definitely. Well, what would be some advice that you would give our audience today on the importance of time management?
Well, first of all, everyone knows that, I don't know how you guys stuck me with one of the most boring topics in really any profession, time management, but it's really vital to the success of any business, especially real estate. Time management, it really helps you increase your focus, and it improves your productivity, and then greater focus really allows you to capture bigger opportunities. That's the one thing we need to remember. It also allows you to spend more time on projects and goals that really matter. I mean, you really need to spend time on those things.
Absolutely. It is boring topic. And it's a very big struggle and challenge for most people. So what are some of the common mistakes that you have seen agents regarding time management?
Yeah. So the number one biggest mistake is failing to keep a to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
Just a simple list of items that you mark off once you get them done. It's so important. Number 2 is not setting personal goals. Everyone needs to set goals, because if you don't have a goal set, you have nothing really to reach, or you don't have anything to attain. So it's important to set personal goals, but most people do not set them. Number 3 is not prioritizing. Most people don't prioritize. Number 4, failing to manage distractions. Turn your cell phone ringer down, turn your notifications off, and really focus for those 2 or 3 hours that you've time blocked. Nothing's going to happen. You're not going to miss anything. Life's going to continue going on, whether your notifications go on or off or not. So that's important. Procrastination. With the team and everything that I have going, it's really hard. I mean, procrastination, like I'm so busy, I don't have time to procrastinate anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so easy. Just get things done right away. Don't wait.
Right.
So procrastination is a huge thing. Talking too much. Just get to the point and focus. Thriving on busy. That's another thing. And then the last thing is multitasking. You don't spend all your time, if you're on, anytime I'm on these masterminds, people are on their phone, they're doing all these
Very
other
distracted.
things. If you're there to learn, just learn. If you're in a meeting, pay attention, show respect. It's so important that, a lot of times, I'm just a guest. I'm just a viewer on these masterminds, and people are taking calls, turning off their screens, and
Mm-hmm.
and that's just really not, it's number one, it's not respectful, but it's also, you're not doing yourself a service if you're spending time to learn or whatever you're doing. Just focus.
Absolutely. Yeah. Stay in the moment.
Yep.
Well, I know with 25 years in the industry, you've seen some things change with everything that's going on economy wise and stuff. What would you say that you've seen change the most regarding time management?
Well, what's changed the most is nobody's doing it. And the reason why they're not doing it is because of cell phones, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, I was at someone's office about a month ago, and the guy I was sitting next to, his phone and computer was dinging, like every different notification. He kept looking and doing all this, like he wasn't even focusing on anything to do with what he had to do. It was constant distractions. So that's what I would say. It's like TikTok, social media. That's what's kind of ruining everyone's brain. It's turning everyone's brain to mush.
Yeah, huge distraction. You get sucked into it real quick.
Yes.
Well, what best practices with time management would you suggest to our listeners today?
I would say there's one key thing, and your morning is for your prospecting, it's for your calling, it's for mining your database. Do not set appointments in the morning unless it's absolutely necessary. I would set all your out of the office or out of the home, because most people work out of their house now. Set those appointments for the afternoon. Your morning is time for you to, like what I do is I'll get up, work out, meditate for a few minutes, and then I have all of my meetings set up in the morning, and then I work from there, so.
Nice.
Let's stop and we'll do that question over again.
So Lee, what would you say the best practices with time management would be that you could share with our listeners today?
I would say there's one key thing, and that is do not go out of the office or out of your house in the morning. That's your time. In the morning, you do your workout, do a little bit of meditation, and set all of your appointments out of the office in the afternoon. The morning should be set for your cold calling, your mining your database, talking with clients, and then do all that in the morning and set yourself up for the afternoon. Because if you do it opposite, what happens is that you get distracted and totally thrown out of your rhythm. If you go meet someone at 10, that's going to turn to noon, then you're going to have lunch, and then the next thing you know, the day's gone, and you're sitting there at night saying, what the hell happened to my day? So,
it's just setting your mindset for the day, pretty much, like getting your mind ready to go and doing the actual steps, the building blocks for your day.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, what 5 action steps would you recommend to our audience for them to be able to implement right away?
Number 1, I would say make a list of the 20% of the activities that generate 80% of the results, and focus on that 20% and add it to your Google Calendar. So focus on that 20%, add it to your calendar, and that would be number 1. So that's super important. Number 2, I would say, plan on how much time you're going to delegate for each task, and make sure it's in your calendar as well. So if you're going to do 2 hours or an hour of calling past clients, just book that from 10 to 11 and really turn everything else off, focus on contacting past clients. So don't try to veer from that. Just stay with a set task. Number 3 is plan the day on your calendar. I know I keep talking about your calendar, and you always want to keep a little bit of time open just in case there's a fire you need to put out.
Right.
So if something comes up, you could maybe save, 30-minute time from 10 to 10:30 or wherever, that if something comes up and someone needs to talk to you, you can then allocate that time within your day,
right.
To help. And the one thing that's important to know is top producers all recommend that you spend at least 2.5 hours per day prospecting uninterrupted or talking to past clients. So that's important. Number 4, let's see. I would say anything that you can't do yourself real easily, outsource it. I remember a couple years ago, I was trying to learn. Now Canva's so easy, anybody can do it, but there was like Photoshop, and I was trying to put all these, this ad together, and I'm like, what the heck? I wasted 4 hours and it looks like shit. Well, I don't know if I can swear on this mastermind or this, but anyways, it's just do what you're good at, outsource what you're not good at. So that's super important. And last but not least is break down your business into the key areas: your sales, your marketing, your recruiting, your work culture, how to improve, like self-improvement. All those things are really important. So you need to break down all those steps, and then you need to allocate time for each one of those steps.
Wow, that's really powerful.
So now all our listeners should be
ready to go.
proficient at time management. So I know that I don't know how I get stuck with that topic, but I try to make.
Because you're the best at doing it.
I try to make lemonade out of lemons. Nobody wants to talk about time management, but
we needed to hear from the time management guru.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a time management guru, but it really helped. And here's one last bit of advice: if you get knocked off your schedule, regroup, and tomorrow is a new day, and get back on that schedule, and you'll be fine.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Lee, for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you, and I'm sure we all learned a lot. I know I did.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me on the podcast.
Absolutely. I will definitely have you back on for another topic that you are a master at.
I'm going to get asked back. That's good.
Of course. Well, thank you, everyone. And we look forward to next time. In the meantime, you can check out Real Estate Nexus. You can go to realestatenexus.io. We got a lot going on. We have podcasts, blogs, Facebook group, and I'll talk to you next time.
Thank you.